Good afternoon, everybody. Today, we're gonna work on my $1,000 Range Rover.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
But first, check this out. We had a big flood here yesterday. Well, pseudo flood. It blew down we have these massive trees right here and it snapped them off. There was a lot of wind and everything. Pretty crazy. I mean, it's straight clean. It's like a 15-foot branch. And our creek got all the way up to this tree right here. It was pretty crazy. It's a pretty nice day. Got to drive a Lambo into work today. Can't complain. But anyways, we're gonna work on this turd. I'm gonna change the oil on it. I hadn't had it in the air yet, so I kind of wanted to see what all we're working with on this piece of crap. All right, for anybody that hadn't watched, I bought this thing at auction, sight unseen. I always liked the old P38 Range Rover. This one's a 99. It's got 215,000 miles on it. It didn't run when I got it. I got it running. Now I'm just kind of looking it over to see how far do I want to go on this, because you could spend a ton of money and restore it, but I just kind of want to drive it and have it around to use as a shop truck or whatever. Looks like it took a nasty rock to the fog light right there. Thankfully there's a lot of parts on eBay and stuff that are cheap for this thing. You look underneath, there's oil everywhere. Of course it's leaking. It's a British car. If there's no oil in it, if there's no oil under it, there's no oil in it, right? So there's the drain plug. It's coated with oil. Everything's coated. Transfer case has some stuff on it. Transmission, the rear axle's leaking a little. So I think what I'm gonna do is swap out the fluid and everything, and then we'll go from there. Oh, and I hear a Ferrari. Oh, there's Dan. Dan the man. Don't kill me. Anyways, I'm gonna start by changing the oil, and then I'm gonna change the air filter and clean the MAF, and we'll go from there. All right, sorry for the loud noise. Dan's cleaning up water from the flood, and we have a bunch of fans on. But anyways, drain plug's right here. It's a 15 millimeter. No clue when the last oil change was done on this thing, so I'm assuming that oil is gonna be nasty, nasty. Oh, this is on there really good. Jesus. It does not want to come out. It's not hand tight, I don't think. Let's see. No. Oh yeah, this oil is black. It's very, very nasty. Sometimes it's fun to just work on a big old turd and not have to really worry too much about anything. When you're working on the Ferraris and stuff, it can be stressful sometimes. So I'm gonna go get a new crush washer for this drain plug and clean the drain plug really well. Alright, I got a new one. It fits pretty good. The drain plug. Oops. God damn it. Most important, we gotta clean this where it seats on there, because it is not very clean. Alright, that should do it. Kind of a long drain plug on this thing. Seems like not a lot of oil came out. I bet this thing was a quarter too low. The oil definitely hasn't been changed in a long time. I really want to get down here and clean all this. See where the oil is leaking from. It's probably rear main seal right there. It's not really wet up at the top. Could be an oil pan gasket too. satisfying. I'll just do degreaser and pressure wash it instead of wasting 5 cans of this stuff. So like, check out the holes in the muffler. It's where they welded the heat shield on. There's a hole there. You can hear the leak when the car's on. I'm gonna put some silver tape over like I did right there, just to stop it for now, and I'll probably have an exhaust shop weld a muffler in there for me, or just do a straight pipe, because why not? It's got 2 mufflers in the back already, so I'll just make it a little louder if I got rid of this resonator. Really, for a 215,000 mile Land Rover, this thing is not bad. It does have the Arnott coilover swap. This car comes with air shocks and they go bad, so it looks like they swapped over the Arnotts. The suspension's soft, so it probably needs struts. These have probably been on there a while, so I'll probably replace those. With a car like this, you really have to set expectations, set a goal, like how far do you want to go on this thing? What are you trying to do with it? Are you trying to flip it? Are you going to keep it and drive it? Do you want it to be perfect? Because you could spend countless days and endless money on this thing to make it right, or you could get it drivable or whatever. So my philosophy is always just make sure that it's running correctly and it's driving correctly, and then everything else can easily be fixed. The leaks I'm not worried about. This thing runs good. I'm gonna fill it with oil and I'll drive it for a day or two just to see how it does, and if it doesn't act up on me too much, then I'll keep going on it. If it does, I'll dump it. Dan was making fun of my oil that I got. AC Delco. It's synthetic blend. This is actually what they use at the dealership. Yeah, for some of the Chevys and stuff. But some dudes online said this is fine and it's super cheap. So this car's cheap. I don't care.
That's true.
Took the math off.
You're increasing the value of the car by like 50% because of the oil.
Damn, that's harsh.
Oh no, sorry, that was because of the filter.
I put a brand new. Look at that. The one that came out was black.
Is this $7?
It's like $4 or something.
Ooh, big spender.
We get pretty good price wholesale. This oil is like $3 a quart. Yeah, and I took the math out and cleaned it. It's just drying out. So I'll put it all back together and put oil in this thing and see what happens. About to do the oil filter. Got the old one off. I'm using this NPN brand. I've used these for a while. They're a good brand. There's the part numbers for the other brands. And I always just, obviously you oil that up, but I also, since this oil filter goes in like that, fill this up with oil. That way there's a less time with no oil pressure when you start it for the first time. So I'm going to do that and then pop it back in there. All right, got 5 quarts of oil in there. Put everything back together. Let's see how it does. It says, so that's the other thing I gotta fix. So obviously airbag light. I think it needs a new airbag crash sensor ECU from what I've researched. It also says bonnet open. It thinks the hood's open all the time. It's open now, but even when it's closed, it says that. So I gotta deal with that too, but it seems like it's okay. I'll go check the oil. I put in 5 quarts. That's what it said to do, so I'll check that and we're good to go. All right, first test drive. Just drove it a little bit. It's driving good. Unbelievable that the air is cold. But the display does not work at all, so I'm going to take that apart and fix that. Still have the SRS light, the hood open, mirrors missing, headliner, the back part is all messed up, where the third brake light goes. All this trim needs to be refinished. I'm going to do all that, probably get the seats redone. I don't know, it seems to be running pretty damn good. When you press the brake, all 3 of those lights come on for a second. It's got a brake accumulator. I have a feeling that accumulator is bad. So I ordered one of those, but it beeps because it thinks the hood's open and it's not. But it needs an alignment. The steering wheel's crooked and it pulls to the right a little bit, but not too bad. But overall, pretty happy with this thing for $1,000. Can't beat it. You could. That's going to do it for this video. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff on this turd or other turds maybe. I kind of like buying these old cars and bringing them back to life. I've done it a lot in the past, and it's kind of fun. So anyways, check us out, normalguysupercar.com and ngsupercars.com for all the cars we have in inventory for sale and whatever. This won't be for sale, at least for a while, or if ever. I might keep it, we'll see. Anyways, I'll have a good one.